pare that down a bit. You don't necessarily want to jump out of it right now, but you want to go ahead and start paring that down perhaps over the next year or so. Maybe.
Or what about just sticking with the very short-term maturities as opposed to having the 10-year bond or the 20-year bonds, those kinds of positions? Because where does a guy put his money today if you want to just have a safe place to just set some money and you don't really care if you make anything, but you don't want to lose anything?
Well, you make a very good point. I'm glad you would mention that. What we're principally talking about here is longer-term government debt securities. The really, really short-term stuff, I mean, you're right. I mean, if safety is really of paramount importance to you, there aren't a lot of places to go. Now, you may want to go ahead and start to, if you've been holding a lot of debt, depending on where you're at and what your objectives are, you may want to start perhaps looking at some pockets of opportunity in the stock market. So maybe you kind of have that mix. But if you are long-term government debt heavy, that's something you are going to want to go ahead and really start to pare down, get into some really, really short-term stuff. There's of course money markets that don't pay anything, but if safety is a priority, that may be something that you look at. What you're going to have to do now is be a little bit clever about what your portfolio looks like if you've been long-term U.S. debt heavy. You're going to want to go ahead and start incorporating some other things back into your portfolio just a bit. And on that note, one of the things that has kind of come back into the fold following the fiscal cliff has been what do we do now with technology? Technology had been going like gangbusters, and then it fallen off a